You laugh when it matters. Okay. All right. Hi, Milwaukee. It's Robert Reese back with Between the Sheets podcast. Today is keeping it interesting. But first, we're going to touch on women and accountability because, we got to be responsible for why these niggas ain't shit for real.
She switched it up real quick.
We got to be the reason why. We got to be the reason why these niggas ain't shit for real. Not thank mamas, but so yeah, I just
he gonna have to speak on what females he felt.
I just want to throw that out there because I really don't be trying to take accountability for that because
that got to be the one that was the first love.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that probably be the first girlfriend. Should be the last, and you should not play with nobody else after you deal with her because it's not everybody else's fault after that. But it's some really scoring men out here that be really hurt off of nothing. Like life goes on. That don't mean that you turn into no. That don't mean that you turn into a pussy ass nigga.
That just mean your feelings hurt.
So before we get started, I do want to introduce my guest, Tasha T2. Because we had the other Tasha here. Now we got Tasha too, so T2. But I'm gonna let her introduce herself, and she could say how she could be found on social media if she wants y'all to contact her. And we're gonna go from there.
Well, my name is Nastasia, Tasha for short, and yeah, that's about it.
That's about it. Okay. She like to keep it private, y'all. Yeah. Okay, so do women be responsible for making men how some men are?
Yes and no.
Possibly because I just feel like anytime somebody get in a relationship where one person is unhealthy and the other one is unhealthy, it's more than likely gonna be both parties ended up unhealthy. Cause it's always you could bring somebody down faster than you could pull them up. So have I been the woman that probably wasn't 100% right? And did I try to pursue a man who was good for me and probably mess him up in some way, somehow? Yeah, I do think so. It's a guy right now that, looking back at it, had I would have been ready for him or been a woman that he deserved at the time, I would have probably still been with him. And we go back to high school years. Like right now, he worked. He good with his kids. Like he don't got no long criminal history. He respect his mama. Like he's not like really emotional and affectionate, but he not no crackhead. He ain't no woman beater. All them things that we be getting. So, but yeah, do I think that I probably scoring him a little bit? Maybe so, because we keep running back into each other and it be awkward because we be having to deal with certain stuff that I probably did to hurt his feelings, but it wasn't really that I tried to. It was just a lack of immaturity. Of course, you're going to always go for that bad boy who got whatever going on, especially when you're in high school, is who popular, who not. Basically, in high school, you either one or you the other. And that's basically how I made my conclusion about the individual. It wasn't how he treated me, because he treated me well. Even when I wasn't a good person to him, he still was a good person to me, even though. And looking back at it, like that's definitely somebody that I should have cherished. So yeah, women can't hold accountability because I'm taking mine like big girl panties on.
Well, elaborate though. What do you mean when you say you scorned him? What?
I think he does trust women. He does love women, but
how did you get to that point?
I think when I say I scorn him was because after a certain situation happened with me, he was so eager to fill the shoes of the man who wasn't filling the shoes. And I could be pretty much honest. Like after, like when I was pregnant with my daughter, he always was like making sure I was straight. He knew knowing I'm pregnant with somebody else's baby, and we wasn't physical or nothing like that. But he just always called me, checked on me, make sure I was good. Like, did you go to the doctor? Stuff like that. He knew my baby daddy was the asshole. He knew my baby daddy was treating me so wrong. I would cry. He would listen to me cry. He'd be like, did you do your homework? Just stuff like that. Even when I had my daughter, he was like, can I come up there and see the baby? But I'm like, no, because this is not your baby for you to come and see. So after I had my daughter, it was like he really was like on some Captain Save a Hoe type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew like my baby daddy wasn't shit for real. So like he was just like trying to be with me extra hard, trying to like be there for me and the baby. But I was young and it was like, nah, you know, by then after you
wasn't
have a
ready for that.
baby, right? After you have a baby with somebody else, you really like, no, I gotta let my baby daddy be there.
That'd be the problem with this.
And we just kept trying to like figure it out, but we could never figure it out because I was already in a situation that was far past what he could handle, you know.
But you say you run into this individual from time to time. So what's stopping y'all from being
Now
together now?
now that he's older and he has been able to love again and experience his own life outside of whatever he had with me, I do think that he is able to, but you know, ain't no ain't no ain't no telling what can happen. But have you ever seen Secret Life of the American Teenager? No. Oh, okay, because it was kind of like Secret Life with Ben and Amy and Ricky.
No, I ain't seen that.
Oh, okay. Well, then don't worry about it.
I can't say I've been with the same person for years. So before then, if I heard anybody scorned any man, I probably wouldn't know about it. I probably wouldn't know about it. I would think the only individual that comes to mind was a high school sweetheart, maybe two of them. But I don't think I scorned him because that man got married and now he divorced. And the other one, he off living his life, doing well. And if we ever see each other, it's high and by. But I've never, yeah, I can't say if I have scorned any man, I don't know nothing about it because I've been with the same man for a long time, and if I've scorned him, I have to figure out why he's still with me.
I mean, I don't know. Cause back in high school, I was lit. Men was just boys was everywhere. Like they just want to talk to me, like all of them.
Oh, so you was out here.
I mean, I was out here, but I just had my pick. Like I could just pick whoever.
Okay. So you was that it girl,
right?
then.
So it was like, you know, like I'm going with the one with the who be driving his mama car to school, who be selling weed. Like
it's different when you quiet, when you're a quiet person and you reserve. See, you was the outgoing girl. You could be outgoing and quiet, so don't let me say that. You was the outgoing girl. You were always like, I don't want to say in the midst of all of the not chaos, but all the fun stuff.
Yeah, like
you got your reserve, a little couple friends, and you be like, oh, I like him over there and whatnot. But it's different when you the quiet person. You had that friend like, yeah, I'm gonna go over there and get him for you. And you be like, no, and then you find out he be like, oh, you want to talk? It depends. It depends.
Yeah, like I don't know. Even now though, like if I just meet somebody that I like, I don't be. And 9 times out of 10, they probably be done picked up on my vibe and like me, like how I like them. So it just never been a problem where I really couldn't talk to somebody, whoever I wanted to talk to. Like I don't know.
So it's never a problem getting who you wanted, is what you're
saying. But now that I'm older, what I want and what I need has definitely switched. So
yes, because we older.
That's how I came to that conclusion about the guy from high school, because it was like you definitely what I needed could have been what I needed the whole time. Because I definitely could have had several seats in certain areas of my life.
So this is my question. Y'all keep passing crossways, but did you say he with somebody? He married? Like, okay, so what's really wrong with him then? Because if he was trying to treat you that way at some point and it didn't work out with y'all, why is he not with someone now? Well, like he say, accountability. Women got to take accountability for why these men the way they are, but that don't mean it was us. Well, he's still not married. So what is the situation with him now, and why is he not? If he was treating you that way back then,
because he said that. But you know what? That's what make us click tight, because we got like the same love language, and we actually the same zodiac sign, so that's what kind of make us like really really similar. So we communicate with each other well, because he said that he's not like really affectionate, like really emotional and stuff, and in certain instances I'm not either. Like you have to really like get me in that state for me to be like all over you, kissing you, hugging you, touching you, like stuff like that.
I feel you, but
Like I can show my love in other ways, but
What other ways? Like you said,
being
love language.
supportive,
You said
telling
love
you nice
language.
stuff. But do I just think that I'm gonna come in the house and hug you and kiss you every single time?
No, that's not.
No.
That's not. I mean, I'm not gonna say that's not normal, but that's not what you would expect every day. Just saying hi is okay. I mean, we ain't got to be cuddled
Yeah.
up on the couch 24/7. Um,
Right. So he said that the women that he dated complains about him not doing that all the time. And I'm like, well, if me and you was together, I don't think I would want that all the time. So we have a understanding, like, no, I wouldn't want to do that all the time either. Like I wouldn't want to. No, I don't want to be sitting up on you all day, all night. I want to miss my man.
yeah,
I
I
want to
miss him
miss
now,
him.
but I feel you. I feel like when you with somebody and you live with them every day, you see them every day, and y'all really some homebodies. And I'm talking about me and my fiance. We may go somewhere time to time, but our life is evolved around family at this point. So
Right.
it's me and him and our kids and our little stupid dog. So at the end of the day, we sit and I think our conversation is enough right there. We sit, how was your day at school? How was your day at work? And we just sit there and watch TV. We ain't even got to talk. We be quiet. So love language, we talking about a whole nother thing. But love language can be something. It can be a whole bunch of different things. You ain't got to necessarily touch somebody like you said, but I guess that's complicated in a sense because he don't believe in love language.
Mm.
He don't. So it depends on who your individual or your significant other is. So
Cause like if I love somebody, I might not hug you and kiss you all day, all night.
right,
But I'm gonna breathe life into you. I'm gonna breathe energy into you. I'm gonna encourage you. I'm gonna motivate you. I want to inspire you. I want you to inspire me. You know what I'm
correct,
saying?
right, right. You
It's
want
just
me to
that
speak life
you're.
into
I'm not
you,
gonna kiss you 50 times a day.
right?
Now, if
Some
we in an
people are
intimate
needy like
setting where
that.
we're yeah,
Some people
so
are needy like that.
I don't feel like you love me less because you kiss me 5 times instead of 10.
It depends on the person.
You can, as long as you kiss me one time in the day, I'm cool. Like I ain't really,
You ain't gotta kiss me,
but
slap on the butt.
right. You can slap my booty one time. You ain't gotta slap it 10. But if you telling me like, I'm proud of you, you doing good, I think you should do this. This gonna help you do better. Stuff like that. That stuff mean more to me than like the actual physical touch.
Right. So
But if you tell me no, like we can't have sex when I want to have sex, then I am gonna
oh
have a
Lord.
problem.
But why would a man turn you down on that?
No,
That
I'm
don't
just
even
saying,
sound right.
we good on the physical touch. Like we can touch a little bit, but not like all the time. But the minute you do get as long as you, like I said, as long as you don't get acting funny when it's time to have sex, then we straight. Because then I'm gonna think you're doing something.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, at least to either he just ain't feeling you no more, or he messing around with somebody else. Yes, that makes sense. But elaborate.
Not in the mood.
Who not in the mood?
Men.
I ain't
I
never
be
heard of
having to
that.
be in the mood when he in
I
the
ain't
mood.
never heard of that.
I be having to be in the mood when he in the mood.
I ain't never heard of that. I'm gonna need a man. That's another podcast you need to do. I'm gonna need to hear about a man a man talk about how they not in the mood. I'm gonna need to hear that. That ain't that. And from what I hear, having a rough day equals to wanting to do it even more.
Relieving stress.
To relieve that stress. I ain't never heard it the other way around. Did that mean you done relieved your stress somewhere else before you came home to me? So nah.
Drink a beer and watch the game.
And get some.
No, but you know what? I was talking to this guy, and see, if you watch all of my episodes, it's really not that I've talked to a lot of guys. It's just that I don't say the few that I have talked to. I don't say their name to keep their identity
right
disclosed. But I really do be saying I talk about the same people with it. They just be having different issues. So back to what I was saying, I was talking to this one guy though, and every time he was mad, he wouldn't get erected, and I'm like,
oh no.
So he came, he was like huffing and puffing, like, oh, like I just need to. And then so I'm like, okay, well, we about to do it. Like I hope that energy ain't gonna be while we doing it. And it just kept getting flat. And I'm just like,
because our mind is not there.
I don't know. I ain't never been in that situation.
Yeah, and that was weird because
titties will dry up When you not in the mood, he will go limp when he not in the mood.
I feel you on the woman part. I don't know about the man part, but
I ain't never experienced
never
that until
experienced
him.
that.
I'm like, what's
I
wrong
mean-
with your stuff? Like,
for us women, that drying up situation, that's real. That's real. If you just not if that you ain't feeling that person, you just like, yeah. But for a man,
Yeah, we can do that too. Our
it
minds
got to
go
be a bunch of
everywhere else.
situations going on with that to happen. And I ain't gonna say all that right here because I don't want to, but it got to be more than just not liking that individual.
that man, but I'm like, okay, we done for today because this is not good.
He was mad.
He was like, man, I'm just going through shit. I'm like, yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
What you do to make him mad?
I didn't do no. When he came, he already was just like mad, but he didn't want like he a real quiet person and he don't really tell me his problems and stuff. So I just was like, okay,
Something ain't right. Might need to
something
go
ain't
see
right
a
with
doctor.
you. So then when we got ready to do it, he just wouldn't get
right.
all the way erected.
You was right. Okay, well.
And
that
then
don't sound
I
like-
did ask him, like, did you already have sex though? Because sometimes when men can't get all the way erected, it's because they had sex back to back too quick.
Well, he was jacking off before he came to be with you, but what? Having sex before or doing it in the bathroom yourself before, trying to see if he keep his stamina up. Which one is it? Okay, well.
Because I'm like, if you was hitting somebody else, then just say that. Don't come ruin it.
They're not gonna say that.
Don't
though.
ruin my night. Cause I be having stuff like, yeah, it's gonna go down. So if you don't come ruining my night with that.
Yeah, I remember. No, you can't. I remember some stuff you told me when we was talking about that. No, you can't.
Like,
you can't expect no man
if
to
you
tell
coming
you
over
that
here to crack my
beforehand.
back and then you get here and then you mad and you go through stuff.
Nah,
I'm like, nah,
you
nah,
you still mess with this individual? Oh, okay. Well, put that to the back.
Yeah,
Next.
yeah.
Who the next one?
I just thought about it.
He probably gonna watch this and be like, "Why is she talking about me?"
Because
Like that?
he know what's going on. I like to look. I don't know, because my personality could be like really boring on the surface, but I be liking to get stuff cracking. I don't even like
Elaborate. That's gonna be my favorite word today. Elaborate. You like to get stuff cracking. What we
Yeah.
referring to?
Girl, we can have R&B slow jam night, and we can slow dance and rub and touch, and we could
Okay.
all that. Like I be liking to do all that. I be having lingerie day, all type of stuff. Like I be like, you got to keep it. That's why the episode. That's why now that we're off for accountability, we're on keeping it interesting.
Keeping it, and so we're not on accountability, but we're gonna keep. Okay, well, let's get into this keeping it interesting because I could probably learn something from you.
No. See,
You should not be at the
Hey,
point
listen
where
here.
You learn.
You can learn every day. There's no day that you cannot
The only
learn.
person you need to learn with is your mate. Find out what your mate like.
So
I feel you on that, but
so you got like longevity, in this relationship game. Y'all been together a long minute.
ooh, yeah, we've been together for a minute, about 12 years now.
So-
Y'all getting married? Woo.
Yeah, I mean, we getting there. We're getting there.
Why so long?
That's something you would have to ask him. He should have been here today. That would have been a good question to ask him. I don't know, because I've always stressed the fact that
How often have you bothered him about putting the ring on it?
you know what, maybe once or twice, but after a while, you like it'll happen when it happens. I'm not the one
And
that's
here
gonna.
we are 12 years later.
I'm not gonna push it and be like, I need a ring, because that at the end of the day, that don't justify our love. I mean, we could go. I didn't need this ring. We could have just went and got married at the court.
Keel over and all of a sudden everything ain't in his name no more, and you got to move.
Nah. I don't know why it took so long. We had our ups and downs, back and forth.
You slapped the big
No, he ain't never put his he ain't never put his hands on
one. I
me.
didn't say him. I said you.
No, I've never put my hands on that man. No, I do not sound abusive. I've never hit him, and he can attest to that. He's just not here to defend himself today.
You're not gonna admit that out
But
in public.
you can tell them I've never
Safe
hit
space,
you.
black man.
I've never hit him. We've never had any issues. We've had our ups and downs, back and forth, other individuals in the mix. Why it took so long, I couldn't tell you. That's a good question. Y'all gonna make me go home and question him and ask him what took so long. But I feel like I have stressed the fact to him. I'm like, hey, others have gotten married after 1 or 2 years of knowing each other, whereas we've known each other for a very long time and it hasn't happened. You haven't mentioned it. Like, what you waiting on? I feel like at a point in time, you can't ask a man that because from what I hear, a man gonna ask you when he ready, right? I don't. You said no.
Nope.
Okay, so enlighten me then. What? From what I hear, a man usually knows he loves you and is going to marry you from the first day he meets you. That's what I
If you
hear.
okay. If you okay with the space you in, he is not gonna press the issue.
That and you know what? That's one thing my fiance always said. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. There you
He
go.
always said that.
And that's why he ain't asked you to them.
But
why is he so?
we can't even bring. I can't even really talk about that because that's a 2-person conversation. That falls on him. I just know I'm not one that's gonna get on my knee and ask a man to marry me.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's a whole lot wrong with that. Yes, it is. I see all these pictures on Facebook or these women getting on one knee. No, that's not. No,
That's their business.
you could tell somebody, yeah, and then they be sitting there looking crazy when the man say no and get
Like
up
we
off your
don't.
knee.
So we don't look crazy when y'all tell us no.
You mean to tell me if a woman asked you to marry them, got down on her knee, you would say yes? And you would be okay with it? What took you so long to ask her? That's what I want to ask. Why haven't you pressed the issue and gotten
Why
married?
you not married, Tom?
Cause they're crazy bad.
See, now you playing.
No, dead ass. That's a dead ass reason.
Cause her what?
They're crazy bad.
What they got to do with love?
Because see, that's the mistake that black folks make. You go ahead, you marry with love, but you allow the financial situation to be in shambles. Then you wonder why throughout majority of the marriage, y'all are struggling to pay for things. When you get married, you take on your significant other's
That is
debt.
true.
So
That
if
is
they
true.
are at a credit score of a 400 and you have bust your ass to get to a 750, guess what your score is now, my dear?
400. I
550. Your whole life has just been turned upside down because this nigga would not refuse to pay his student loans. No. Get up to a 600, baby, then we can talk.
So you mean to tell me that's the exact reason why you're not married right now
That is a large
to the
factor.
individual that you want to be with?
Look, get your finances together because once I run a business.
How you feel about
Think
that?
about it. I own and run a business. I
Okay.
marry you. Guess what? When they go to look at me and about what I need to do when it comes to managing my finances for my business, my lenders will tell me, "No, my nigga."
Y'all need to help each other. Not
That's
just be
why
like
I
you
said
left
when
for
you-
dead and
Yeah,
you do it on
take
your
a-
own. You need to help each other.
Take
If
a
you
year
really
and
love-
just kind of build her credit up, Tom.
If
Get
you-
self app and
if
all
that's
that.
more than
if that's
just
the
that.
person you see yourself, okay, well then that ain't the person you need to marry. If it's more than that, what else
Well,
is
we're
it?
not married.
Okay, well,
Get credit up. And I told her that.
no, you saying it's just the credit. It's more than the credit. It don't sound like the credit is
But
the
see,
issue.
the credit is something fixable. Like
Exactly.
she ain't like
You could take time to fix that. If you really
she
love
don't
her,
be
you can
beating
help her
on you or
get
nothing,
that.
do she,
Well,
Tom?
here's the mistake you two are making right now. You're assuming that I do not want to be with her. You are asking why I'm not married to her. We are still together. We are still doing what
But
we're
the
doing.
goal is
But at
if
the
you want to be
moment-
with somebody is to marry them.
Right, but I'm not marrying your debt.
So once she get her credit score up, you gonna propose?
Who said I haven't done that already? I just said we ain't married.
Oh,
See,
so are you engaged, Tom?
I am not. This is none of your business. It's not my shop.
So why do you feel like you
You're
not married
asking
yet?
the wrong question.
Okay, so I do think like after being married and being divorced, I do feel like I do. No, not really, because at the time when I was married, we didn't really have sex or money problems, and them are like the two things that keep relationships together. I feel. I just feel like he.
Ooh,
I
I'm gonna have to have him elaborate on that when he said that's sad.
Well, and communication, because we talked pretty good. He wasn't like a slow dude or nothing, so he was able to say what he think and what he felt. I just think he was a creep, so that's why.
But
I don't.
why do you
That's
say
why I'm not married.
sex and what else did you say?
Sex and money.
Is the only thing that kept the
No, I said that's what keep most people. Because if y'all having good sex and y'all not having money problems, then y'all can pretty much last.
I feel like you shouldn't rely on sex
This
for your
why I say
relationship.
That's bad. That's sad. Because both of those things can go away.
Yep.
Both of those things can change. How you get through that is those are the two foundations of your relationship. What if he loses a job? Are you done fucking with him?
No.
What if he's just not fucking you the way? What if y'all keep having the same boring sex all the time? Are you done with him?
No, but
Are you gonna go find
even with that being said, we didn't have times where we didn't have no money and we got it together.
Right.
We didn't have times where sex was boring and we did other stuff to make it good again. So it wasn't that. I just think that he was a creep.
How was he a creep?
Because he was creeping with other people.
So that means he was cheating.
No, some people are just cheaters.
Wow. Some people are just cheaters.
Yeah. I'm really starting to think that it's innate genes, hereditary.
No, it's not.
It's temptation. If a man sees something, if a man sees
And
something
then
and a
if
woman's
you in the
going,
street-
he going.
Then if you in the streets, like why you in the streets, you got the pick of whatever you want to have the pick of. He used to tell me all the time, like, yeah, I don't like them. They just available.
Temptation.
And then them girls would be pretty. Like, they would look way better than me or everything. And I'd be like, well, why me? He was like, because
I can. If it's not because I can, then I don't know what else it is. Oh, this woman gave me the opportunity.
But a lot of people, wives don't never look like the women that they fuck.
They don't, but I don't want.
Not saying that I'm not beautiful, not saying that I'm not cute, but a lot of people, a lot of whores, wives don't never look like the women that they cheat on them with.
The side hoes is always.
Why do
That can go both ways.
All right, I got tired of yelling across the room.
Yeah, because he done slept some dogs. He done slept with some dogs too, but they had money, so you know what I'm saying. It's just.
That's
but anyways, we didn't even talk about why I ain't married. I ain't married no more because it was the end of that.
Yeah,
no.
You have to move on. Some things just ain't right for people.
We got here.
I can't speak that.
We here. Don't change the subject because I'm here now.
I ain't got married, but you finna elaborate on a lot of stuff that you mentioned. Why do you feel sex is not that important in a relationship?
Because
most men think that is the glue to keep a relationship,
and that
together.
Is why most men will cheat. We live in a day and age where the world is hypersexual, basically meaning that everything revolves around sex in one shape or form. Commercials, advertisements, the reason why you dress the way you dress, the reason why you walk the way you walk, the power of the PUSSY.
Okay.
It's the number one reason why niggas get fly. Okay. But it's also available. In the day of social media, I do not have to know anything about you. And I can guarantee you I can find somebody on there I can fuck. Whether it's free or for a fee, I can find somebody to fuck. So why would I want to base my relationship on the strength of something that I can get anywhere?
That depends on the man.
And we say that that's a factor in it. But at the same time, it's available. See, before there was a social media, it was easy to find a woman who loved you good and stayed with you good because that was the only person that you can deal with unless you put forth a grand effort to create a whole relationship with Rhonda on the other side of town. Okay? And you had to work to keep both your women separate. Now, I don't even have to keep the same woman for more than 10 minutes if I don't want to, with the way the world is set up. Which is why I said opportunity is always available. I could probably walk outside in Sherman Phoenix right now and flirt with a woman, and next thing you know, within the next hour, I could probably do what I want.
I don't know if it's that easy, but okay.
You don't know these women around here this day and age.
I only know myself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's actually that easy because all she may see is like, well, can you pay this bill? It's up to me if I want to pay that bill, but at the end of the day, I was able to do what I wanted, right?
I guess so.
That's what I'm saying. It's either you can do it for free or fee. Y'all make it too easy. That's why my initial conversation is where's the accountability for women to other women? Because there are women out here who will fuck for a fee that would make it almost nearly impossible for y'all to find a decent man. Because when y'all want to have y'all situations and y'all issues and y'all complaints, where you may just be trying to help him become a better person, so you're not really nagging him, you're just telling him where he needs to improve at. But because languages of communications can be different, he perceives it as nagging and he doesn't want to deal with this. Guess what? Kiki on the other side of town will go ahead and comfort you. So you don't have to fix this issue right here. Yet and still, we will know Kiki is out here doing this. So instead of saying, hey, chill out, fam, y'all get mad at him. Yes, get mad at him, but hold her accountable too. Because she knew what was going on here. Talk to her as a woman. Y'all can do all these other group things as women together, where y'all can have tea parties and pop-up shops and all kind of things as women. Where's the accountability lectures at? Y'all deserve better. Y'all need to be better. Y'all queens. That's what y'all say all the time, right? But yet y'all let hoes run freely.
Hey, that's the hoe is gonna be a hoe. So,
but then you tell that hoe to stay away from your man. This is my man.
You can't tell nobody to stay away from your man. It's up to your man.
You can tell them hoes to stay away from your man with the fear of God in that woman that she gonna question about testing that man again.
Wait a minute, because I was in a relationship with this guy, and
you dated Mr. Popular. You were with Mr. Popular.
He got somebody attached to him, and the girl swear up and down she was with him first. But if you really looked at the day, the time, the place, I was with him first. It just was that we broke up. He got with you. Y'all did whatever you did. But in her mind, she always is saying that she don't like me or she got a problem with me because she had him first. And I'm like, no, you didn't. Like, you just didn't. But I don't care to explain my side of the story because
why does who had him first matter?
Exactly.
But here's the thing.
The fact that he was messing with both of us at the same point at any given point of time is why we should be mad at him, not mad at each other.
But at the same time, why won't y'all just have a conversation to say that this nigga ain't shit instead of fighting over him? You see what I'm saying? Like, instead of y'all sitting here bickering about it. But then at that point in time, but then that's when you come to the real.
Literally hate you over something that was not your fault. Like, how is you mad at? How you more mad at me than him?
Then let's get that back.
He was with you, and he was with me.
She don't both of y'all.
Because the way he made her feel is something that she probably has not felt in a long time. Being able to open up and be her 100% authentic self. Because you were in the picture, or she found out about you, you're now taking away that ability to be her own authentic self. Because now she's technically in a competition with you for him.
Always is. And it depends on how
but my thing is, why be in a competition with a woman? Okay, I can't be in a I lost.
Okay.
I swear to God, if somebody I dated, he left me for somebody else who had more money than me. Swear to God.
But today
I lost. I didn't have enough money to keep him. I'm not finna trick off thousands of dollars of dollars.
Did you wait? Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You gonna have to elaborate.
That don't sound like a loss to me.
I lost. But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. A woman should never have to feel like she in competition with another woman over a man. Why don't you just leave the man alone, go get you another man?
But we're supposed to feel like competition over y'all?
No, you ain't got to.
Because that's the way y'all treat us right now. A man has, in this day and age,
if I'm talking to a man, he's going to feel like he's my man, period. Ain't no nothing situation going on. Ain't no nothing man. Ain't no nothing. Ain't none of that going on. You and me, I'm with you. Ain't no. Everybody got to stop calling my phone. Everybody got to stop texting my phone.
So you just dropping your hoes right away?
I ain't gonna lie.
We didn't say that. We didn't.
Because you just said everybody's not texting you no more. You dropping all your hoes. If you want to, that's how you roll. That's cool.
If I'm with somebody, then I'm with that person, and I'm not letting him feel no other type of way about another man. Period. Right. He not never finna turn around a day and be like, man, I wonder if she like somebody else, loves somebody else, or want to be with somebody else. No, you're not gonna feel that way.
I feel you.
No,
it might have been.
You my man. Like, no, I'm not finna make you feel like that.
Yeah, y'all are.
what could a woman do to make a man feel like another you messing around with somebody else anyway? But like,
The
Oh,
same
y'all.
way we feel when they do it to us.
Thank you. I'm just glad that
I
y'all
mean,
look at it
but
both directions. You've been in the same relationship for
you
12 years, so
exactly,
you actually semi pointless right now. Okay.
so I get what you're saying, but if you put, how can you put your significant other in a situation where you make them feel like you possibly messing with somebody else? If
I
you
don't
see
think
me every
it's more
day,
so. I
I'm
don't
with
think
you
it's
every
more
day.
so.
You should have no reason to feel that I'm with somebody else.
I don't think it's always that we feel like you're messing with somebody else. It's somebody else has your time. When somebody else can occupy your space and time, it could be your coworkers, it could be your sisters or brothers, it could be your friend, it could be your mama.
But that should
If
make a man feel like I'm.
hold on, the key thing is if you ever make your significant other, and I'm specifically saying it like that because it goes on both sides, feel like number two, that is when you start creating doubt in your relationship.
Okay.
When the other person does not feel like they're important. I'm not saying that when they walk in the door, you're supposed to immediately jump off the phone with whoever you're talking to now go ahead and give all your attention to your significant other. Acknowledge your significant other, even though you're in this conversation, and work towards ending it soon, because we don't know the kind of day that your significant other may have just had.
Right.
So the first thing you're doing is continuing whatever's going on at that moment over that person. You're now making me feel like number two. You may have guys who may be on their games and they're in the game with their guys. And we play a lot of online games. And y'all may want our attention right then and there. But we're online right now. So we can't just stop what we're doing and give you the undivided attention.
You can.
No, we can't. Because we're online. We're in these trenches. We're in the war zone. We're the last 14. We trying to get here. You got to let us finish. Okay. But then when we done, like, all right, guys, I'm about to check out. Once we finish that right there. Now y'all sit there with a whole attitude for the next 2 hours because we didn't give you the attention right then and there. Or when we come in the door, y'all on the phone with your sisters or your best friend, cackling high and low about some shit that happened at work, and we saying, hey, babe, and you don't even acknowledge it. That's how you make an individual feel like they're number two, because whatever is going on at that moment, you're putting that over. Acknowledge that individual to allow them that you know that they're there, and then finish what you're doing. Y'all, a lot of us don't do that. We then immediately get in defense mode instead of understanding.
Okay, but I this was I don't. It's not even a man cheating on me that make me feel like I'm number two. It's how a man prioritizes his situations with who he have involved in his situations. For instance, this guy, the guy I was dating, he got into some legal trouble.
What kind of men are you dealing with?
Listen. We didn't even go back to the top where she was saying she was trying to pay a whole lot of money to keep individuals.
It's a whole lot of money.
But I was just saying I lost them. Like, so I'm not finna compete over no man. That's basically the where I was getting at with that.
Right,
like,
right.
If I ever got to feel like I got to compete with another woman over a man, you can have him. He's still gonna talk to me anyways, but you can have him though.
See, the situation when that happens, a man will leave you, but then figure out that ain't really where they wanted to be.
Yeah, he made that clear multiple times.
I've had that situation, and it's like,
well, in the 90s,
no, with the individual I'm with now.
You could have left that out. You could have said no and just let it. You didn't have to let it know it was that person.
Oh well, it is what
that's why he gonna watch it now.
No, he not. But he made me lose my train of thought. What I was gonna say, but you make it seem like if you we just gonna leave that topic alone.
So
you move on with that.
So with the man with accountability, okay, it's like you run into your mama, your brother, and them when you got problems. And I just feel like, okay, I feel like if we stand together and something happened with me, I sleep with you. So you supposed to be like first on the line to figure my shit out. And then after that, you contact my mama, my sisters, my brothers, whoever gotta get contact. We living together and we having sex together and we got something going on together. So that's just like if you get married, you can't go call your mama, your brothers and them to fix your problems. Like that's what did you get married for? But every time he have a problem, he calls it, and I'm like, this is ridiculous.
He calls you.
I'm not in this not no group project. This is me and you in the house together. We need to figure this out. If we can't figure out, then we ask for outside influences. But his method is, I'm gonna go call my mama and my brothers and tell them first, and then I'm gonna tell you. And that's what made me feel like I'm not important. Cause like now it's like you hiding stuff from me, and what else are you hiding?
Whoop his ass.
Well, we're not together, so we don't gotta worry about that.
Still whooping
But I'm
her
just saying, it's just, you know, I'm saying that's what make me that'll make me like be mad really fast. Like, no, we can't do this.
You have to figure
I don't
out.
like families being in our business. My mama don't be in my business for real. If it's not something like really, really serious to where she feel like she gotta step in, she don't just jump in my business.
Right. That's why it matters. Like what kind of situations where an individual, if y'all in a relationship together,
Let's back
and he
up first
asking
of all.
you,
What kind of men are you
Okay.
dating? That's the first
I
part.
just said last episode, y'all gotta tune into the good guy, by the way. I just said last episode that I was done with the whole bad boy Hollywood
And-
type of
and-
why do you keep
lifestyle.
going for that guy?
Huh?
That type of guy. Why do you keep going for that type of guy?
Because I have like an impulsive nature, and I guess like the thrill of them doing stuff impulsively probably attract me to them. Probably
That's
that's
not-
it. But now that
but-
I'm old, I'm like, no, I need to have a sit back. I really do want like a grown man that's like reserved and like
So we
chill.
talking about specific age range then? Because
He would have to be older than me because a man my age is definitely not going. It's just still gonna be fireworks how it be.
and up then.
Huh?
Maybe get you a sugar daddy. I don't know.
Why
Yeah,
they gotta
I-
be a sugar daddy?
Yeah.
Can y'all stop doing that? No, that's another thing I need y'all to stop doing. Just
What's
because
wrong with that? Y'all
because-
call, y'all
no,
call women
because
sugar
the-
babies.
no, we don't. Here's the
Or
thing.
sugar mamas.
right?
Sugar mamas.
Actually, y'all claim the title cougar if you want to keep it a buck. Okay.
I ain't in that.
I ain't letting no
category
young
yet.
Yeah.
man break my back. I'm
No,
sorry.
okay. Y'all claim the
You
title.
cannot play on my son.
Y'all
Gang,
claim
none
the
of that.
title
No.
cougar. No, but
Nah,
can y'all stop doing that because y'all put a stigma on dating an older man as it has to be monetary. And that's another problem with today's society. Everybody feels that relationships are transactional now.
It do if it's a certain age. If we talking about in the
No,
70s
you
and
said
up.
40 as if
But
no, that's not.
I wasn't saying like for that age. No, that's young. That's young. But I'm
Stop
talking
doing
about
that.
sugar
I'm in the
babies
40s.
is-
That offended me.
well, I didn't mean to offend you, but
No,
not
you've been
your
on
age.
one today.
I have not. 60 and up is considered being somebody's sugar daddy. Yes. And I can't refer to sugar mama or cougar or whatever you was referring to because I ain't in that category.
Them
I'm
cougars be
still in my
couging.
30s.
Them cougars
So-
be couging.
See, I just need somebody who's older because then
You need somebody that's more mature.
they
It don't
can
even got to be the age.
balance
it's the
out
matureness.
my they can balance me out. Like if I talk to a man my age, we both gonna be on the same type of time. So that
See,
time
let
is
me
not gonna
stop you
work.
there. What type of time are you on?
I don't
See,
know.
You
Like
can't say
It
that.
sounds like to me,
Right,
no, because
you
it sounds
can't
like
say
to me
that. You
the
looking for
only
certain-
thing you care about in a relationship is how you getting fucked. That is the
No,
only impression that you have been
no.
given
But
this
you,
whole
but you saying
conversation.
y'all on the same type of time because
No.
you're looking for a mature individual that's gonna treat you like the queen you are. Or are you
yeah,
looking for an
like I
individual
need him to
that's
be.
fucking
I
right
need
now?
him. No, I need him to be settled in his life. That way, I could, you know, what I'm saying, be able to think and create and be able to keep growing in the direction I need to grow in. See, a man my age will have a bad influence on me. Not saying that it would be intentional, but it just always end up. It always end up being too much because I'm trying to do this and he not understanding that a man my age.
Yes, I get. What
He's
you're saying.
he's not really ready to do what I'm trying to do. So it's
should you-
like
should
we
you feel
should
like
not do
you
that.
should-
I should not do that
You
anymore.
should get to where you want to be in life and then go add a man to that.
Yeah. I don't even care about no man right now.
You own that time.
No, I'm just saying if I talk to a man that's my age, it's just gonna be an explosion.
Okay. So where do you go to find a man?
I ain't find. I don't go to find them. They be finding me, and I'm done letting them find me too.
You gotta leave a man alone that got that
Yeah.
bad boy image. You need
Yeah,
to
like
find.
it just be so hard. I be like, well, Lord, you finna ruin my life.
Well, sometimes you need to stop searching. Finish, do
I
what
don't
you
be
need to do for
searching, but they
yourself,
just
and
be
then
so
find
much
the man that you
fun.
want to find.
If-
And that's the
if I
problem.
could
Stop
find-
looking for fun.
If I could find
Fun be fuck
older
niggas.
man, if I could find an older man who's like fun and like to do stuff, then it'd be nice.
But it seems like they always say you have to go to those type of places to
Create
find.
them experiences.
You
Yeah.
have to change your environment
Yeah.
to change the type of people you have.
Cause this one dude, he 40 and he wanted to be sleep by 8. I'm like, why?
That's funny.
Let me
So,
stop you there. Now,
that's-
what's wrong with that?
that's funny
You
on so
picking
many
and
levels.
choosing now. Now, what's wrong with that?
No, because it
What
is
he got to
some-
do? Do he work
it
third
is some-
shift?
No. He
Okay,
just
well,
like to
what's
be in the
wrong
bed by 8, and that's
Hey.
really boring. But
Oh, see,
That's
now
funny,
you being
yo.
picky. You being
no,
picky,
because
though.
I did that to other guy who we were lit, but we just couldn't make it work for other reasons.
That's funny on so many levels.
I'm a yes.
So
talk more about that.
I know it can happen.
But 8 o'clock, why? Well, what's the reason to want to be
He
asleep?
just was like
And what's your problem with that?
trying to. First of all, ain't no man on earth going to domesticate me, even with me having 2 children. We both could clean up. We both could cook.
Problem number one.
We both could clean up, and we both could cook.
You too independent for a relationship.
No, it's not that. But he was the type of guy that his women had to be at home with him. They waited on him hand and foot.
That's what
And he provided for them all the time.
So
then when he get with me, I'm like always on the go, and he like always wanted me, and I'm feeling suffocated. Like, no, like let me miss you sometime. We don't have to. We don't have to sit in the house.
told
See,
him
I'm
no.
gonna say it from this standpoint because I have been with someone for so long. He don't wait on me hand and foot, but
No, I'm saying
we
he
are-
used to women waiting on them because he'll tell me stories like, oh, I would give her a certain amount of money every week, and I would take all her taxes and do this. And
All right.
you're not finna do that to me. And I'm not
And he
finna
was
wait
in
on
the
you
bed by
hand
8
and
o'clock?
foot. Yeah,
Oh,
and want
okay.
you in the bed.
How old is he?
40. Some my grandparents did it like this. So
And that right there, it's not your fault. He's raised by an older generation where that's normal. You have to remember the older generation did run their household like that. So you kind of can't get mad at him for thinking.
I wasn't
like
mad
that.
at him, but I just quickly found out that he wasn't the one.
you said he took their taxes and he gave them money. So pretty much,
like he controlled everything, and
No,
I'm just like,
he-
I'm not about to.
They
He
He
control.
controlled the money.
He controlled the money, and some household. And back in the days, that's what the man did. The man controlled the income, and the woman maintained how things got paid out.
that's true.
That's
true.
really all it is. It's that old school love that everybody on social media be screaming about, but they don't want to give up.
Talking about why Big Mama always wearing that dress when
No,
Daddy
but
come
no,
home,
because
but-
I just think that what now how the world is, everything that go on in a relationship should be done on both parts. We both
Yeah.
could work, we both
Both
could
could-
cook, we both could
could
clean,
clean
we both could
dishes.
take care of the kids, we both could go to after school activities, we both could do everything.
I'm on that time.
I don't believe that I should just have to, and I don't think that with me being 31 that I'm going to be in the bed at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, nah. Now that
Well,
I've
what
never
time?
heard
Well, you
that,
got to
so-
look at what time he get up though, because if he go to bed at 8 o'clock, he probably up at 5 in the morning.
That's why I asked. There
Yeah, but I could go to sleep. I go to sleep at 1 and be up at 5. So
I'm just saying, because
you know what I'm saying?
my girls, I get them up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. I be knocked out when I get off at work, so I can understand him going to bed at 8. I don't do it on
Okay,
purpose.
but don't make that a requirement for both of us that, okay, since you're going to bed at 8, I got to go to bed at 8.
Guy.
Yeah,
My
he just-
mind is
He's just an
still,
old school person.
but my mind is still processing everything from the day by 8 o'clock. I still got 5-6 more things to do before I even hit the bed.
So if they in the bed by 8, if he in the bed by 8, what time the kids in the bed?
Does he even
My
have kids?
Right,
Yeah,
like-
they grown.
See,
no,
and that's
his
what.
kids. Do he got kids? If he trying
They
to put,
grown.
That's why he
Okay.
don't have to worry about them no more. He can
So-
do whatever he want. He go to sleep whenever he want.
But then he be like, "Oh, you so spontaneous." I'm like, "Yeah, you so boring. Like you want to be in the bed by 8 o'clock every day."
and what do you want, Clarice?
Yeah, that's at this
No,
point
see,
in time.
I
Because at this point in time, you have complained about every single guy you've been, but you have not told us anything
because
other
I
than
did
the
do
fact that
on
you
the
wanna get
podcast.
fucked
I did. I just talked about old boy who from high school. I don't have no complaints about him. And I just talked on another episode of the podcast. I had talked about how I was with this older guy, and we had a good relationship, like as far as love and as far as money. But we had other outside factors that made us not be able to be together. Now, if he would have been able to address those outside factors, then we will be together. But we ain't, so we can't. And he was older, and he was able to keep me in tune with him because he's a business owner, and I be having businesses going on, so he's able to educate me That's a big factor. A man my age cannot teach me nothing. A man that's older than me could probably teach me a
I
way.
can't say that because there are some mature. You 30, what 31? There's
Yeah.
some mature men out there.
I
It ain't a whole lot, but there's some. There's some. Yeah, you is still a baby. I didn't know that you was that
Right, you
young.
still
I'm
a
older
baby.
than you.
So you asking
I'm older
for
than you. Damn.
you
I
a
didn't know that.
baby, and you are just now getting into that place in your life where
You're figuring
fuck
out
shit
what you
ain't
want.
fun,
Yep.
and you're trying to figure out what really is fun. So you're looking for someone who is to be your forever while you're still trying to figure out you. And that's why you're having a lot of complications.
That's why I mentioned to you, like, do you want to just take the time to do stuff for yourself and get yourself
Mhm.
situated? Then think about adding a man.
Yeah,
in the
that's why I've
equation
been
later on.
traveling and focusing on my big, like the stuff I was telling you before we got on air. Like
And
that's
just
why I
keep
really
having fun
been
like you've been having
Yeah.
every now and then.
Yeah,
And
Don't-
if a penis comes in your way and you like it, then
yeah. That's why
Make
I'm
it
not.
worth a while.
I'm
though.
not attached to nobody right now, so
Okay, well,
don't nobody even call my phone. So
somebody call your phone.
I mean, they'll probably get a text here and there, but ain't nobody knocking my bonnet back
We on
when this camera off. So
first of all, why are you wearing a bonnet, man?
well, I
Terrible
mean,
human being.
I got to keep my two rags crispy underneath the wig, you know.
Terrible,
Oh,
terrible
my God.
human being, man. Don't
You
even-
said the two braids crispy.
Yeah.
It's not gonna come off any fucking way.
I can't laugh. My me mode is a dude in the bonnet. I don't even know why he got on the bonnet.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, so yeah, it's real clear up under this wig. So put the bonnet on. Gotta make it look a little better. It got flowers on there and stuff. So.
Stop lying to yourself.
Nah,
Upgrade.
it's cheetah print. So.
Get yourself-
It is what it
Get
is.
yourself a do rag and call it a day.
No, ain't nobody wearing no do rag.
Hey, don't be knocking these do rags.
That's the no.
They quality now. You got the velvet.
Not
the
for,
heat press.
Not
We got the do rags now. Let's lay it down. Just keep it fresh. You can moisturize your hair under your do rag.
not
now.
for a woman.
Yeah,
That we got scars for that.
Now,
Do-rag.
don't nobody want to. Then y'all lose y'all silk scarf. Y'all be trying to leave them by our houses on purpose. Don't be leaving y'all wraps over here. I'll throw it away.
I'm leaving panties.
I was gonna say thank you. I was like, forget that. If I
I'm
really
leaving
want
panties.
somebody to know
And
that I
I'm
was
putting
here,
it right
I ain't
there.
leaving no bonnet.
Mhm.
See, this is why.
We
She
leave
gonna look
earrings.
right here. She gonna
And
look
this
right
is
here
why-
as soon as she get in the house.
And this
Look
is
right
why.
on the
And
side
this
of the
is
bed.
why
You
I
can
have.
see it.
This is why I hire a maid. Okay.
Nah.
This is why I hire a maid to
Look
come clean.
right here.
Esmeralda will come and clean my house thoroughly. And I was like, man,
You ain't looking under your bed.
but Esmeralda is.
Look, I done found
That's what
earrings
she
all
got.
I'm
Her-
gonna put
kinds of
these
stuff.
right here. She gonna
Esmeralda.
look right here.
Knows exactly to clean every.
Whose size nines is these?
Like Esmeralda, if they are not if these don't belong to Lily or TT, you know what to do with them. And there will be a tip for you. Every Wednesday, my house is thorough. You're not gonna catch me.
Oh,
You're not gonna
found
catch
this
me.
And
car.
then if a lady caller happens to come and spend the night, the very next day, Esmeralda, I need you to come clean my house for me. You're not gonna find any proof.
I'm mad.
Bring the gloves.
And
Mm.
see, that's the problem with men right there.
Not
That
gonna find
right
any
there.
proof.
That right there.
No, you don't. Why are you leaving your stuff here? Just say, what are we? And I'll give you an answer. So don't be trickling your stuff over
Nothing,
here.
But you know what?
Nothing.
Men don't always give an honest
Nothing.
answer.
They definitely
you
don't.
don't give no honest
They
answer.
definitely
If a-
don't.
If a man gives you
Or
something
tell
that
I
is
don't
not,
want to put no title on it, then what is we doing?
and then that's what that's your answer right there. If a man cannot give you a direct yes or no related question, an answer to your question, then you know exactly it's time for you to move around. That is your decision to stay there with
I've
the
learned
bullshit. We are what we are.
Ain't no man
Answer.
being truthful about nothing like that.
No,
If you everything we imagine you to be, yes, we
No.
are.
No, y'all lied to our face.
That's
The lies
negative.
you tell yourself.
Not
no,
true.
y'all lied.
Y'all
I
lie to
lie
us.
in a heartbeat.
Y'all lie.
I might
But
lie.
y'all just might have 12
agree.
stories and a couple of alibis to back up the lie.
And you won't
So
know
y'all
it.
still lie. The fact that we have to get to that point where can't nobody just tell the truth
You
is a
can lie and
problem.
get caught in your lie.
That's why I don't lie. You wanna know why I don't lie? Because I forget shit.
That's another problem right there.
I will forget shit. What are we? We just fucking.
But that's nowadays, and that's a mature man.
Now,
A
I
mature
did
man
it
will
back
tell
then when I
you,
was younger
you know
too.
What, okay,
What
well,
are
you
we?
just-
We are friends who like to touch each other on the inside. Do you want to
you've
continue
been, so
this?
You've been keeping it real.
Because I have no choice. Because I will forget.
You've been
Did
keeping
I
it
tell
real.
that to Aquarius?
Every man
Did I
ain't
lie
like
to
that. They trying to
Teresa?
be a
Was
hoe
I
and
talking to
juggle
Stacy?
multiple
Who the
women.
hell did I tell this lie to? I don't have time for that. I just say everything.
Now, because of how old are you?
At the
When
age
you
of
get to a certain-
21,
Okay, well,
I
at-
was
Ain't no
I'm just
21s
touching.
out there like that now.
I'm just
Not no
because
21-year-olds
I
like that out
forget
there now.
shit. I forget who I lied to. Besides, I need to tell the truth so my cousin can lie if need be. Like, hey man, I was messing with Stacy. For real?
And they gonna fuck up the lie too.
Yeah, bro. I need to use your crib this weekend. All right, man. Just tell my girl that you got kicked out the house there. Cool. See, that's the only lie I got to worry about. That's why I'm here.
That's just
Yeah,
Now,
I don't
Stacy, on
lie.
the other
I
hand,
don't like
hey,
you
I
ain't
remember.
gonna do nothing if I tell you the truth. So what you gonna do?
Why you lie? Then why lie?
I don't lie. I just
tell
said
me.
I don't lie because you ain't gonna do. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing.
Just
If I
the
tell you the
truth.
truth, what are you gonna do? Nothing.
Everybody should just tell the truth,
Nothing.
and then we figure out what we're gonna do afterwards.
it's not always like that though.
Y'all
my
getting
point.
y'all feelings because the truth is that y'all not more than what y'all think we are, and that's where the problems come to play at. If I flat out told you like we just fucking because I'm not looking for nothing serious, after you
would
built
move
it in
on.
your head that we are just all this and all that, yes.
you
I
might
may-
still deal with it.
But then at the point in time, y'all be like, "What do you mean we're just? I thought we did. No, I just wanted food and you came along. You're an asshole. No, I'm being honest. How am I an asshole?
No, because
Now, what I did to your asshole is a different story.
Because
But I'm not an asshole.
No, because I asked the dude. I said, "Are you talking to somebody else? Or you still got feelings for somebody else, or whatever the case may be?" He told me no.
He may not have had feelings until you brung it up and made him
I've
think
asked
about
that
it.
one time, and when you told me,
And then he said,
you
"No."
ain't
He
got
said, "No, I ain't
no
trying to play with your
titles.
feelings." Then he doing the most, telling people he got feelings for somehow like.
Because
just
you probably
asked you
brought
that.
you
I
probably
just
brung
asked
it
you
up.
that. Or
You
I
probably
just
put the
asked you
thought
that.
in his head that he
I
didn't
just
have
asked you
before.
that. Like
Or-
it didn't matter. It didn't matter if you did or if you didn't. Just tell me the truth so I can know how to move with you.
But
Exactly.
like you
But
may
then when
not,
you
he
have
may
that
have not
problem-
had that thought until you said
Holding
something.
men
But then
accountable.
You got that problem when the man is like, "Oh well, okay, we just friends or whatever." But yeah, okay, you like, "Oh, okay, that's how we move. We just friends with benefits." But then you decide to be like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna have friends too." No, I don't want you mess with nobody else.
Yes,
But you
because now we
as the
gotta
man can go
explain.
have 5 different women. But yeah, when you hear I'm finna go mess with somebody else, you don't want to hear that.
No, y'all can have 5 different men too.
No, it's something.
But
that's
now when
like,
y'all
nah,
pH balance is off and you pregnant, we getting DNA tested. Don't get mad at me.
okay, but the man, you sitting up here sticking everything that's walking your way, condom or not, and most of the time it ain't with one. Then what?
Well, I wasn't listening. I was reading.
You spreading germs from STD to STD to women.
So the minute you find out he touching somebody else, that's when you're supposed to close the kitty up
that's true.
until your my chart come back.
Yeah, we ain't even gotta address nothing else after. Cause you got the opportunity to let me know that you did but and that, but you ain't gotta say well who, you ain't gotta say why.
Let's go get this my chart updated. That should be the next response for both men and women. Y'all need to choose y'all men better.
Y'all know nowadays these young kids and these young adults that ain't.
And that's why you got all those in the age bracket of 20 need to just they need to be re-educated. They need to have a proper sex education class. Not
That's
that
like how we did back in the day when we was in high school. Yeah, we had sex education. I don't even know if these kids have.
No. I'm not talking about the way that the old white man or the old white woman would do it in health class. I'm talking there needs to be an actual real life sex education class that we talk about emotions, feelings, relationships. Stop leading with a fucking TED talk, a sexual TED talk. That's what needs to be had nowadays. Like sit down and ask all the questions about everything, no matter how wild it is, because people need to understand that stop leading with your midsection, both men and women, because he touched you all right now. Y'all madly in love and he can get away with murder, literally. Or he bust that one nut and it felt good and now y'all locked in for life. Here you are 4 kids later at the age of 21. And he talking about, well, I need to go find myself. Now you upset.
That's a little deep right there. You said something.
A little true.
That is very true.
I only speak truth.
But how could you? But the same way he need to find herself is the same way she need to find herself.
But
don't no woman know.
I'm not saying she don't need to find herself.
But even if a woman is a little more mature than a man at 21, she's not thinking about how her life about to be messed up.
Right? Because why did he choose?
It takes 2 to tango.
Exactly.
Because at the same time, neither one of y'all are
men
prepared.
be getting passes on certain stuff too.
That's
now.
once again accountability.
Accountability.
Y'all
okay,
should
hold on, wait a minute.
No, wait a minute. wait a
boys
minute.
get
No,
accountability
y'all
on certain
y'all
stuff,
said
too.
something. You gotta
And
let me
Yes.
in
speak.
this situation,
Yes.
you said she
Boys.
keep having
Y'all
kids.
gotta let me
Boys,
speak.
boys.
Y'all
Okay,
act-
but if she got 4 kids by him, why is he not being held accountable? Why aren't you there marrying that woman?
I did not say that
Why
the
you not
accountability wasn't
21?
both ways.
At 21,
Y'all got defensive start attacking me.
at 21,
Y'all like y'all
So you-
been in there.
But you said she
At
got 4 kids,
21.
and now what you doing? Now he going off to go find himself, and now you just stuck.
right.
No, why
At
he going off to
21,
find
at
himself?
21,
Did I say
first
she?
of all-
Y'all didn't even let me finish before y'all started attacking me. Y'all did not let me finish before y'all started attacking me. Y'all, I just said that part of the story, and all of a sudden y'all jumped down my. Did I trigger something?
No.
No.
Y'all really got me.
But I can understand you from that point. I ain't
All
saying
I'm
personally,
saying,
but
all I'm saying is, and this is both him and her. Y'all got to stop letting y'all lead with y'all sex organs, because yes, unlike her, he can easily say, "Oh, I need to go find myself," and literally completely
And the woman
dull and
cannot.
avoid the whole entire situation.
Yep.
And that's why I said we need to have more of these conversations in a more open, broader aspect. Because if the woman understands the consequences that comes along with it, the likelihood of allowing him to just put the
Break that
tip
heart.
in
that's
could
true.
change everything. Now, yes, he needs to go find himself, because he was, now, most of the times there was no father figure who properly told them that what being a man needs to be. So this baby comes here and everybody's all happy and cheerful and glee, but nobody's telling him about them late night cryings or those colicky moments, or he's more than just something you dress up like a doll. You got to actually take him and care about him and take him places with you and actually have to love on him before he looks at you like you a fucked ass nigga.
True.
But here we are, still fucking and sucking each other because it feels good. Boom, baby number 2 is here.
Accountability for women will be to protect herself and be on birth control. That way, if you're gonna be
Accountability
out here
needs
doing
to be that there's more to a relationship than just getting touched on the inside.
but then
That's
still
where it all
make
starts. Because a
right.
lot of these little girls out here this day and age is like, oh, he likes me and I'm going to do whatever he likes because he likes me. And next thing you know it, you done given up your virginity to a dude who couldn't think twice about you. And then you pregnant, it's like, oh, it's not my problem. Or
And why? Okay, so for accountability, why is the man able to do that and just walk away?
because y'all let him.
We don't let him.
No. Let me back it up.
And I'm gonna say I've been in that
No,
situation.
no, no.
They be
one
getting
time.
beat on. They be
No, no,
getting
no,
beat
no.
on.
We don't
No. Not all of you get beat up. Hold on.
that.
Wait, not don't be I say y'all let them because society has made it possible that even when he walks out the situation, the government got your back. The government makes it be that, oh, you can do so much better without having the man in a situation than the struggling you're going to go to
That's not
with
true,
the man.
though.
Show me the lie.
That's not true
You
because
ju-
then that child grows up without a father.
True.
So,
But you get child care taken care of. You get low income rent. You get WIC. You can get government assistance. You
That's
can get
true.
everything under the sun to make your life financially easier. But the minute the man realizes, oh, I made a mistake, I want my family back, the
No.
government takes all this away. You lose all these benefits because now both of your incomes in this household got to get added up. And now you make too much to continue to get these $1,000 worth of food stamps. But now he has to go out here and work. So the amount of money that you were getting in government assistance compared to what these paychecks are bringing out, because you got to remember, he's only 21. So he's lucky if he's making $12 an hour, if that. Okay. Then we still got to factor in medical insurance. We got to factor in dental, vision, taxes, transportation. So the cost of living for him, who's only making $12 an hour, you're now bringing home maximum on a good day, $600 a check. Meanwhile, the government just gave us $1,000 if you're not here. So because you lost all the benefits as a woman that had you living somewhat comfortably, because you want to let him in the house, you're upset. Now, remember, you're young, so you haven't learned how to process your emotions yet. Therefore, you don't know how to properly communicate either. So instead of having a conversation of how can we beat this system and get better, you lash out at him. You want him out. You're nagging. You're angry. You're always upset. And guess what?
Nah, that's not it.
Hold on.
That's not
Hold
everyone.
on.
That's
No.
not true.
Let me finish. You done lashed out at him. Now he don't want to be here because this is I'm struggling dealing with all this work bullshit for a woman who's not appreciating me. because she lost the stability that she once had that the government gave her compared to trying to make this black love work.
Well, that particular woman you talking about has a horrible mindset because that ain't.
Of course, she's gonna have a horrible
I can't
mindset.
even
She
live
had
off the
a
government.
kid.
How?
She
what
had
I
a
meant,
kid
like, no.
under the age of 18. Remember, her mind state is the idea of what she thought life was gonna be instantly changed because she let him put the tip in. So, regardless of what's going on in her subconscious, he's the fault of everything that's going on in her life right now.
No, he's the fault for leaving. Because what is your purpose of leaving? Because she didn't got pregnant. I don't want to take care of.
He left because he probably had to. This is just from what I've heard from guys who have done this. Because he has to figure out what he has to do. Because just as much.
That's not fair.
Hold on.
I can't walk away and figure out what I need to do. Now
Okay, when you walk, you take this baby with you.
Right, since you want
Take
to
this
yeah,
baby
yeah.
with you.
Take
But
baby
y'all
with
don't
you.
want to let y'all kid go.
No.
Oh yeah, I don't want no other
But
bitches
if
around my
it's
son.
situations, it's not- it's
I don't
like-
want them other girls around my kid.
That's
I don't
child
trust them.
behavior.
I
I've
don't
never
child-
been
I don't-
there. So I can't speak for them women that do stuff like that.
Are they
That
not
is-
still
that is
child?
getting
Are they
at
not
child-
still children
They-
in this perspective?
That is true.
So you are talking about childish behavior that you have never been in because you're not in this position that these children are in. So the behavior that you're denouncing is the natural behavior that they do because that's all they know what to do.
Amen.
I mean, I can't really even just speak because I ain't never had no low income house
Me neither.
or none of that stuff. So I don't know. I always had a job, so I don't know.
And I speak to the situation.
Now I did get that. What's that called? The equal opportunity houses. Where
That's technically low income.
that ain't low income.
That's technically
That
low
ain't low
income.
income.
That is government
That ain't
assistance.
low income.
That
I
is-
was 18 paying $800 for my loft on 15th and Center. Thank you. That's not low.
You're not
income.
gonna say. Listen to where you just said. It's subsidized because you.
It's equal opportunity.
That is
They
government
make it
assistance
all the
still.
way equal for everybody who live in the building.
That is still subsidized. How do you
I
think
ain't
the
got
rent
that
is
kind of help,
equal?
but I got
It
the
wasn't no
check for-
$82 in Hillside.
First of all, Hillside is not $82. I lived in Latin Park. It was not anywhere that low. So I know.
I know somebody who rent was $82 in Hillside.
It's possible if you
That
got
was, but
enough.
that was like 10
Depends on
years
everybody's
ago. But
It all depends, like how many kids that you have compared to
well,
the
she
income.
only
bringing
had
in.
one kid.
It depends
and
on
that
how
was
much
10
income you
years
was bringing
ago.
in, and if
But
there
I'm
was any
saying
medical
at that
issues.
time
But
I was paying $800 and she was paying $82.
did that bother you?
No, it didn't bother me because my house was lit. I had a loft. At
I just
18.
did that bother
I
you?
was 19, 18,
Okay.
19 with a loft.
I had a little apartment on Mill Road at 18, okay? And I, was
wasn't
back
nowhere.
and forth between
I
here and
was
Green
in.
Bay.
I
so,
was in the
yeah.
military, so I was definitely on government assistance.
You was getting some good money.
I was in the military.
So
okay, so both of y'all, because I want to hear. I kind of want to hear his side of this too.
Why?
I'm just curious.
Why everybody care
Okay,
about my thought
so-
process? I'm nobody.
Okay, so when when you with somebody after a while, stuff start to get old and tired and boring. What do y'all do to like bring the sparks back, the flames back?
Well,
Like,
first of all, you got to have a conversation.
yes.
Like at the end of the day, you got like if you went like for an example, you like lingerie and do all that stuff. If you walked in one day and just happen to have that on, that's not guaranteed that's gonna get the sparks flying.
That is true.
Because you got to understand why am I even where I am right now, where we're not doing as much as we're doing. When you start to adult, like when you're doing some serious ass adulting, all the times fucking is the last thing on your mind.
mhm.
Okay. If
I
you're
see.
not financially stable, if you're not in a comfortable space, if you ain't had your me time to de-stress, fucking is not a priority to you.
I know, but we're talking about how do you keep a relationship interesting?
You keep it by communicating.
Communicate. I'm gonna tell you.
Like
for me,
dead honest, communicating.
Okay, so what
For
would you
me-
do? What would you communicate, baby? We need to go on a date.
I mean, communicate anything and everything. See, okay, one of the greatest things I always admired my mom and dad for was they would have something called coffee talk.
okay.
Regardless of how much in a rush every morning was trying to get the whole house together before we left, they made sure they had time sitting there communicating and just had random talk where they were talking gossip, they were talking business, they were talking about what was on the news. They spent at least that morning time having that conversation. So when you walked out the door that day, he knew exactly what was on my mom's mind, and my mom knew exactly what was on my dad's mind. So if my mom said something that triggered my dad that she is going to have a rough day, my dad knew what to do to make my mother have a better day, either when she got home, while she was at work, whatever. he knew how to get her in a better mood and vice versa. A lot of people don't communicate because a lot of people don't date anymore. They fuck 2 or 3 times and now they say we a relationship. So they never understand what people's highs and lows are. So when you have an open communication and you learn your person, you learn what they like, what they don't like, what triggers, what are not triggers, to the point you'll never get to that point where it's low, because if she is having a rough day at work and work is stressing her the fuck out, I am not going to bring up problems that the kids are having when she gets home. Why? Because I know she's already stressed. My main concern is let's decompress what's going on here. Once we've done decompressing, I can now be my goofy self with you. I can fuck with you. I can make you laugh. I can joke stuff. When you're having a rough day, let's turn on Abbott Elementary. I don't care if we watched it 27 times. I know this is your happy place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So I know what to do to make you feel better. All because of communication. There is no intimacy in society anymore. And that is what's missing. If you have a steady communication and a great intimacy level, your relationship will never get bored.
Well, intimacy is important, very important. And
but a lot of people don't know what the difference of intimacy and actual sex is.
And what I say with
well, intimacy don't have to be physical.
Exactly. No. But a lot of people don't know that.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's where communication comes from.
Yeah, because I know.
So, pretty much everything he said, but to add to it, I feel like because our life evolves around our kids 24/7, if we gonna go somewhere, we're gonna do something.
I kick my kids out. Fuck them kids.
Your kids are probably older than mine, though.
No, my kids are babies. I got 6 and 7-year-olds.
Okay, see. I'm gonna be honest with you. Our life evolves around our kids 24/7. It might not be where we can go on a date every weekend, but it's funny because it's like, okay, I've been in school and we in school. It's hard, it's rough. We got this, that, and the third to do. And it's like, okay, well, every now and then we'll plan and say, oh, this show coming in town, it's a comedy. Let's make sure we can go to that. Or Chicago. Chicago is nice for everything. Let's go here for a weekend. We can leave our 2 kids at home. We can find somewhere. Sometimes, it's a bunch of different things that you can do to make situations better, but or to keep the flow or keep the fire, I guess is what you want to say.
Yeah.
But I feel like me, I'm since I've been in school, none of that right now is even in my head.
Where you go to school for?
Yeah, nursing.
Where you going to school at?
MATC.
Okay, I'll see you on campus.
What day? Because you're going to see me
I'm
too.
say you'll see her,
I'm starting back next semester.
Oh.
Okay, we're going to see you there too. What day? You let us know.
Mostly on Wednesdays right now.
Next semester, we won't be in there. Next semester. What you talking about? We graduating in December, girl.
Yeah.
Well, excuse me then.
I'm sorry, but no, we're not finna say that like we finna be there. We might be there
I'm
next
saying,
semester
doing some other
but
stuff.
But for LPN, we are graduating this December, honey. That's it.
My kids' mamas are LPNs. Great job on that.
Cool.
She be running a whole mental institution.
Okay.
They be stressing her the fuck out.
And see, and that's why right now with us being in school, see, you single, so it's different. You can find time to mingle, but with us, it's like we have to find time to do things here and there for ourselves.
Okay.
And it might not necessarily be like, we're going to go do this so we can have sex all weekend, but just to get away and have that intimate time with each other.
Okay. Funniest thing in the world. While she was in school, like that whole, I think maybe like the 2nd or 3rd semester in school, I never, and when I say never seen her for the whole time. So
you mean you never got none? No.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting there. No, I honestly God never seen her because she worked 3rd shift and then she would go to school and then she would have to study. And then when she wasn't studying, she had to go to sleep. Yep. So I never seen her. It was probably one of the roughest times during our whole entire relationship. But here's the funniest thing about that. She only would want to have sex before exams.
To help relieve her.
So I used to get on her. It's like, I am not your fucking sex toy.
No, you can't do that.
No, I used to mess with her about that. But I will, and I'm glad that y'all brought that up because that was probably the most stressful time dealing with her during this period where I would have actually stepped out, long-term stepped out, like go get a whole nother concubine, and this is what we do over here. And by definition, it would have been justifiable. Because you're not
That's
here.
Not justifiable.
Hold on, let me finish.
I'm gonna have to
I love how you interrupt me. You know, I'm calling your fiance.
That's
Like, you deal with this, bro.
because if he would step out on me for that reason, then we wasn't meant to be.
But here, and that's the whole thing a lot of people used to get on me about. It's like, I want to leave because I am not getting the portions of the relationship, the intimacy, the interaction, the communication, the time, the things that I need to feel comfortable in my relationship. I was not getting because, what did I say earlier? I'm number two. I'm paying these bills. I'm covering all these expenses. I'm making sure that you're getting from point A to point B in these situations. Now we didn't have no kids yet at this time either.
See,
So
but he ain't doing all that either.
I'm holding down everything under the fort to basically live on my own in this particular scenario. And when I do see you, it's because you got an exam the next day. So technically, by definition, I had the right to go and live my life as a free man.
See, that's different.
But I didn't. Part of the reason, because one, my friends got on my case, like, you just gonna cheat on the nurse? Like, shut up. Two,
because like we've been here too long to
but should time
built.
But does time,
because I'm in school and I'm trying to get this done, because like at this point I can't have no distractions. If anybody know about nursing school, this shit's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's
it
not
was
easy.
funny. It was funny. It was funny.
So,
but what I'm saying is, those were times and periods where I think a lot of folks don't look on both sides of the coins. Because as a nurse and as you going through all this, you do have a lot of shit on your plate. 110%, maybe even more. That's the fact that you're not only does your mate become second, you got to put forth a greater effort to make sure your mate understands that they're still appreciated. Mm-hmm. And in this particular case, she didn't know. First of all, she's not an emotional person. So sharing her feelings and all that stuff has never been the norm for her to begin with. So for her to go through all this, bottle up anything that she's going into, only communicating with her sister, who was also a nurse at the time too. So you're sharing all that commonality with them. And I'm basically out here like wondering, like, how was your day? Fine. I'm tired. I'll talk to you in the morning. Is all I get. So all it takes is one.
A little dry.
It can be at times. So all it takes is that one girl at work to say, hey, how you doing today? Legs come open.
Yeah.
You can have all of this.
Nah, it wasn't like that. I think I called him and I tell him about everything like he wanted a girlfriend.
And this is what I brought that up, because that's how important communication can be.
I tell him
and a lot of women, when y'all do eventually say, I'm done with this man, and y'all step out, it's because that individual who you're now replacing with filled in all the gaps that he left. And I like to use this as an example because here I am as a guy in the exact same place. But because she's a nurse, I'm vilified if I decide to step out. So there's no winning for me in this situation. I'm just supposed to sit here and suffer in silence, feeling unloved, because the end game is beneficial.
In your situation, she just came to you before an exam and was like, and never was like just any other conversation. It was just dry. So I understand yours. But if you see I'm struggling and I come home and I call you for every little thing and I talk to you about my day, I talk to you about teachers, I talk to you about Patty, I talk to you about some of everybody, instructors and whatnot. Patty is. Did I say that?
We're gonna have to edit some of this out.
Patty, is she an angry woman of chalk?
I don't know who she is.
Okay.
We're gonna have to edit some of this out, Tom. I'm gonna let you know where to start.
I'm not editing shit. It's here. We here now. It's already live. So everybody heard it.
Just to unwind and explain to him about my day, I always keep him in the loop. I don't even know if he's listening to me half the time. And I'm like, hello, is you there? I feel like I'm hoping.
I'm like, did you hear what I said?
Yes, I'm hoping.
We heard you.
That I'm like,
we just processing a little bit differently.
In my loop and try to and just make you feel like I'm calling you like you one of my girlfriends.
We listening. We just keeping footnotes. We not keeping the whole story.
He is my best friend, so it's like
that don't count then.
What don't count?
He's your best friend though.
Because he's my significant other.
No.
So if I call you,
he's your best friend.
Right now,
he's your best friend. You fucking. That's all he is.
No, that's not true.
He's your best friend. You fucking.
We have 2 kids.
Okay, he's your best friend. You've been fucking.
No, that we have 2 kids. We've been together. We are in love with each other. Getting married soon once I make up a date, because school right now needs to be done first. But we have an understanding and we communicate. He always tells me I need to communicate a little bit better.
You can just go down to the courthouse, put your name on paper.
We can
do the ceremony later.
The way both of our families is set up,
they ain't got to know that you did the courthouse paperwork.
I mean, but I'm not.
That's the part a lot of people don't know about. Just go down to the courthouse, do the paperwork, put y'all there, because that just in case something happened to either one of y'all. Y'all can
can't
still
do
have that
Yeah.
after you get your first 7 checks from
Listen,
being a
we can
nurse.
just go to Vegas and do it if that's the case.
Then go to Vegas and do it. Then
I'm
Vegas
upset, but no.
$69 both ways right now.
No.
Let's go ahead and do it.
We just gonna do it the right way.
And who said it's the right way? There is no right way.
Why isn't there not?
There's not a right
There's
way.
a wrong way and there's a right
There
way
is
for
not.
everything.
There is no wrong way to get married. There is no right way to get
Getting
married.
married in Vegas is wrong.
How is it wrong?
Weddings should be more traditional though. People,
No, it shouldn't. Who is the way?
Everybody in my family has gotten married traditionally. Nobody just went and hitched.
That is so you.
that was my biggest regret because I
what
let him talk me into going to the courthouse.
A wedding is not for you and him. A wedding is for everybody else.
That's true.
So that's why I said there's no right or wrong way to
But
get it.
no, it's not for everybody.
Because it's supposed to be for
me.
y'all.
I want everybody to
Slaves just jumped the broom and called it a day, and they
No.
was married.
No.
Where did this whole entire extravagant wedding bullshit come from?
Over time, and
It's terrible.
you can't tell me when you get married, she's not gonna let you just y'all just. Well, I can't say that. I don't know.
We'll
Yeah.
talk off air. I got a confession, and I'll make it to y'all off air. I'm not gonna say it on air.
Confess while we on the air.
'Cause it ain't none of their damn business. I have been an interloper before, so.
In my eyes, my wedding is gonna be intimate. It's gonna be family and friends that I consider.
So
close.
why does it
Not-
have to be a
not
big
no
thing?
300, 400, 500 people.
Then
type
just
wedding.
go to the
My
courthouse,
wedding,
get the
everybody and their
paperwork
mama know
done.
it's gonna be intimate.
This is the reason why I say to people that y'all should, even though you want to have a huge wedding, if you've already proposed to each other and you've agreed to be married, I don't think you should wait that long
You said
term.
propose to each other. I didn't propose to them.
See, this is and that's the mistake a lot of people make too. Proposals don't necessarily have to be that moment he gets on his knees and presents you with a ring and actually
You're
say
right.
yes.
We've talked about
Proposal
marriage.
could be literally the fact that you two have come together and agreed upon the fact that we are a union.
Right.
You are proposing that we are in this for life.
Right.
It's not just a one-sided thing. That's why I say if a woman wants to get and propose to a man, first of all, she ain't got to get on her knees. She can be like, let's get married and present the ring, and it could be cool. Whatever y'all want to do, propose. Y'all need to stop following the bullshit that everybody else do. But
I don't believe in no woman getting on their knees though. So yeah.
I just said you don't have to get on your knees, but you can still propose to him. Y'all could be at dinner. You could surprise him. Could be in his steak. I don't care how you do it. Be fancy with it. Write it in
He's
the sand
very
or
petty.
something. Write it in the sand or something. Stop.
He's very petty.
I'm not petty. I'm actually far from petty. I am probably the
Thank
most lovingest, romantic individual for the right person as need be. But all I'm saying
So what
is
you be doing that's romantic?
I was gonna say,
wanna
what
know.
makes a man
I want to
romantic?
know.
that's none of their business. I'm not giving my secrets to society.
You gotta
Why?
tell- you can
Talk
tell
about it
the
off
secrets
air.
Of what a man
Why?
can do to be romantic.
But no, that I'm not telling them men what to do, because the key thing about being romantic is it has to be specific to the individual that you're being romantic to.
Okay.
If you go out here and you do the same bullshit that everybody does
it
on
ain't
social
nothing
media,
to-
it ain't gonna feel the same. It ain't gonna be right. Also, you setting an expectation to a woman that she's gonna expect you to keep up. So if you don't know your woman enough to know how to cater that romantic moment to fit her, now you out here just blowing money on bullshit.
That's a trick. Ain't it? It's tricking off.
That's how the industry goes. Hallmark made that. I think Hallmark made weddings too. Fuck them.
Hallmark. I'm gonna get y'all his information later.
I'm just saying, Hallmark on bullshit.
They gonna be at.
No, they got a whole week. Sweetest Day is coming up, so they already they busy right now.
That's all. It's sweetest day for men or for the women.
It's for men, and will y'all stop taking shit from us?
The only reason I say that's for the men because my fiance's birthday is right there.
It's supposed to be for men. It's supposed to be the moment where the woman shows appreciation to the man for all that he's done for her. But
Why
once
it can't be just for each other, just like Valentine's Day? It's for each other.
because y'all took Valentine's Day. Y'all not gonna sit here and tell me that y'all Valentine's Day.
I want
If
something
your
sweet.
man does not do anything for you for Valentine's Day, y'all throw the biggest fit for the rest of the year. I'm not even gonna say the next, for the rest of the year.
Every day should be Valentine's Day in my eyes, but it ain't.
Yes.
Valentine's
Oh.
Day is supposed to be the day where you go a little bit above and beyond the normal.
Okay. That and Mother's Day.
You know what? Mama's Day is that is a fight within itself.
Why?
If you are dating a mama's boy
Oh Lord.
and you've had his child,
The mom, what you gonna say? The mama gonna get?
I just said you said how. You said why. That's your fight right there.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna leave that alone.
You have to succeed. In most cases, the child's mother has to succeed to the mother on that day, which is why Valentine's Day is important, because he showers all his love and affection on you on that day, because whatever is gonna go to his mama.
But Mother's Day is
And
for
then-
all the mothers within that's immediate family, sister, the woman you with.
Nah.
Well, I wouldn't even say auntie. I would say if you got a sister,
Oh, your auntie is not a mama to you. Your
she is,
your
but
auntie
I'm
didn't
saying
step
your
in
immediate
when your mama was
relations
being
you
too
speak
strict.
to on a daily basis, which would be your sister, your mama, and me. Yes. Everybody else, you can say Happy Mother's Day. I mean, but
You're gonna get this mass text.
all right, because I ain't saying nothing wrong. I said the important people. Now, if I left them two people out there, I'd probably be getting cussed out. But no, I mean, I just that's my opinion. I feel like those two
you get
people
this mass
are
text.
the most important. His mother and his sister, and then myself. So
That's why I say it could be a fight, because that mama,
I don't think I really care about Mother's
I
Day
even
like
give
that.
her Mother's Day gift. So that's not.
it'd be a fight.
Like, I want you to acknowledge me on Mother's Day.
What
and
are
I
you,
want
Roman
you
Reigns?
to,
Acknowledge you.
yeah, like if I'm like if we got kids together or we in a relationship, I do want you to. But
So
if you
let
want to
me-
go above and beyond for your mama, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
So let me ask you this question: why do y'all be hijacking Father's Day then?
I don't hijack.
I don't hijack Father's
I've
Day.
taken him out as a family. I've contacted everybody. We all went out to eat to celebrate him as a dad.
See what type of
We've done
women
all-
you know. Look.
I would say
Oh, there's a
no.
lot of. All I gotta do. You know what? I will say this right now. Over the course of the last couple of years, y'all have women in general, whole collectively, have not did it as much on my timelines that they have in the past. But I swear to God, every Father's Day there is at least 1,000-2,000 women who be like, "Well, I'm both the mother and the father. This is my day." That's what they literally would hijack our day.
No.
Like literally, it would be all of like everybody is. It's so many bitter baby mamas.
I think
Now lately they've been real chill. And dad's been getting posted left and right, and I don't know. Maybe men are stepping up. They came back to hold their responsibilities after finding themselves. I don't know what, but they not as not as bad as they used to be. But y'all was
remember.
bad.
Oh, you know what? No, that was for Mother's Day.
You know what? I just can't really do that
We fine.
because even though I don't like my kids' fathers, my uncles are like perfect. Like if I could find a man that's like anywhere in a bracket, I would be happy with that.
You might have to go down south.
Cause they like when I told my mom, but my mama brothers. Let me clarify that because my daddy brothers are fools, but
She
but on my mama side though, them they good. Like they good. They are married. They been with their wives for years. It ain't no whole bunch of crazy stuff you don't hear about going on. If something crazy did happen, we'll never know. I don't got like no whole bunch of cousins like that. Like they don't got no whole bunch of baby mamas and kids and stuff. Like they all work. Like you can't say nothing to their wife disrespectful. They not gonna say something because you get those occasional men too where they wife be getting disrespected by their family and then they taking the back seat because it's their family, stuff like. No, my uncles are really good. My uncles are really good men. I even got one uncle who, when my grandmother and my auntie was alive, every snowstorm, he would get up, shovel out and then shovel out their cars. Like every Sunday, he would wash their cars. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That old school.
Don't gotta axe, grass was always cut, like stuff like that. Like men not doing that no more.
No, that's a whole nother topic of what men not doing.
That's a whole nother show.
That is.
Hold on, wait a minute before we start the text. Once again, y'all attacking men.
We ain't attacking men, but
no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, if I had
to
to pick a man, I would want him to be like one of my uncles and that's why I don't take. I tell them Happy Father's Day every year because they lit. They good men.
Look, all I'm saying is I like how women pick and choose when gender roles are important to them. Because now hold on, you gotta stop interrupting me, baby. Like I have you just been one of them all day. For somebody who's shy, you sure know how to walk into a conversation. Okay. But like I was getting ready to say, women, y'all sure know how to pick and choose when certain gender roles matter to y'all because y'all want us to shovel, take out garbage, clean off
That's what a man
cars,
supposed to do.
work on y'all cars, the whole 9 yards, but let us ask for something along the lines of hot meals and stuff like that. Y'all are so quick to burn down the whole cathedral.
No.
And you return like, well, I'm only doing that if he paying my bill. You just
No.
asked us to do all these other gender roles under the sun, but when we ask y'all to do just a few of the same gender roles, we are problematic.
But when I said that,
goes
but
by
when I
the
said,
We're not going
But
into
when I-
this
okay,
because
but
it's
wait a
another
minute,
topic. Because
just- but when I
it's
said-
time to end the show. So I want to thank y'all for tuning to another edition of Between the Sheets podcast. Make sure y'all check us
Tom
out every
cannot
other
wrap
week.
up my show. I'm sorry, Milwaukee. He is so very rude. He is so very rude. And we have like 3 subjects for this one episode. So that means that we will be back with a part 2 because he just stood up
Look,
here.
I was
and-
minding my own business on the other side
Yeah,
of the curtain.
you
but
was
somebody kept saying I need to come and explain. I wasn't trying to be on this show. You brought me in
Hey.
here.
We appreciate your
No, you don't.
input though.
No, you don't. You can go
That-
back to your
that
fiance
gender
and talking
roles.
about like, ooh, this dude on the show. Oh my God, I'm so glad you not like him back. That's
No,
exactly
no,
what you
you
gonna do.
had some good points, but as far as gender roles, it's all about.
No, we're not gonna
it
talk about
varies.
it. Let me
Okay.
cut her mic off.
It varies.
Let me cut her mic off.
Oh, he got the last word. See what I'm saying? That's a gender role right there.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Cause y'all always try to get the last word. You know what? Let me go ahead and cut these mics
All right,
off
bye,
right now.
Milwaukee.